it's Holly. Today's video is another wonderful set from Pollyville. It is the 1994 Pollyville Treehouse. This is such a special set for me because this was sent to me by Lizzie, who is one of my sort of favorite subscribers of the channel. You all know who you are, but I am so thrilled to have this in my collection, and it's extra special knowing that it came from one of you. So thank you, Lizzie. I love this set so much. I do think that it's going to be helpful in solving my map mystery, which we're going to get back to. Don't worry, we're going to get back to that. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my video, The Mystery of the Map. That being said, I cannot wait to show you around, so let's get started. Okay, today's set is the Pollyville 1994 Treehouse. I am so excited to show you this one because this one came from a member of our wonderful Polly community here, Lizzie. Lizzie, thank you so much for this set again. I am so thrilled to have this in my collection. I believe this is part of my Mystery of the Map series, just based on my educated opinion on that, but more on that, update on that, the whole thing soon. So this set is something I did not have as a kid, but I just love it because as a kid, I think everyone wanted a secret treehouse. So many movies where kids would have like a little headquarters in a treehouse, either a treehouse or some kind of playhouse in the backyard. We all wanted one, and this is just all of that embodied into a play set. So the first thing I like to point out with this set is, of course, it's got that signature Pollyville pink sidewalk, but it also has a bit of a variation to it in the sense that it's kind of cobblestoned here rather than the typical brick, and it's quite jagged, which is neat. It kind of stands out. This set goes over a stream of some sort, so there's this element of a bridge, which some of the Pollyville sets have. For example, the Grandma's Cottage set has that, but really cute detail. And also a wooden bridge that covers or crosses the stream. There is a tire swing on the side, which is also great. For some reason, whenever I think of tire swings, I think about like the Mariah Carey Always Be My Baby music video. That is like the ultimate tree swing moment for me, tire swing I should say. And there is a little bird up here, which some of the Pollyville sets will have a little character up top. And then down here it appears that there is, I want to say, a Walkman. Maybe for listening to the Mariah Carey cassette, and a picnic blanket, and we'll come back to this in a minute. So there is also a deck off of this, but we're going to come back to that. This opens up, so you can see that there is a ladder to get up into this secret treehouse, but this whole piece opens up. And when you look at this, you kind of think that it's going to open up here too, but it does not. It just opens up in one piece. Okay, so here is the set. So this is a really nice Pollyville set because it's just so easy to see everything at once and it's not overwhelming. Everything's on one level. I love that. So let's start back here. So this is meant to be, I think, sort of the bedroom / hangout room. There is a hammock that has a little tree stump with some, I want to say, drinks on it. The hammock doesn't move. It is stable, which some of the sets, of course, do have hammocks. I believe Jungle Adventure has a hammock. The Palm Tree playset has a hammock, so there's at least a few that have a hammock. There's a book on the ground, some cushions in here for hanging out in this little pit. I mean, this just looks like it would be so much fun for kids. Some stairs that go back into the front of the set. So up here there is a lounge chair, so like a chair for laying in the sun. There is also another chair that swivels, so this chair will, I'm trying to get this on camera for you, so this chair does move. A treasure chest, of course. There is some kind of boombox here. I want to say it is a cassette deck because those do not look the shape of CD cases, so I'm gonna go with cassette deck. And then there's a table with some snacks and these cute little stump chairs, and of course every child's dream in the 90s was to have your own TV, so there is a TV in the treehouse too. I think they really captured what kids wanted back then. The 90s was an interesting time to be a kid because it was a lot of technology was coming out, but it wasn't advancing super quick at the same time. So you could have something for a few years and it didn't feel like it was outdated. But there was always this dream of having, a TV, your own video game system, a little hideout. And it was kind of a simpler time because most of us didn't have internet. I can tell you I didn't get internet until, I want to say 1998, maybe even later. So it was a time where you really were disconnected and you used your imagination a lot. So when I think about my own kids, sometimes I feel a little bit sad that they didn't get that full experience. Everything is on demand now. You didn't have to try to tape songs off the radio onto a cassette frantically, all those things that we did as kids. So it just reminds me of that simpler time of the 90s when things weren't so hyper connected. Of course, I'm glad we're all connected. We wouldn't have things like this channel if we weren't. I would probably have extreme anxiety, worse than I already have. The idea of going somewhere and, maybe being late and not being able to text someone or phone them is extremely distressing. As a kid, that didn't bother me, but as an adult, that would really bother me. So I'm glad where we are, but at the same time, I am glad that I got to have my childhood in this little bubble of the 90s. And then I forgot to mention there are binoculars over here. This nice little fence so nobody gets hurt. And then the star of the show is this trapdoor. So this peels up. Bear with me. There we go. And there's a slide that pops down. So if you have that open, then the figures can go down. And I guess I should show you the figures now. So the set comes with 2 figures. It comes with Polly, and Polly is wearing an orange shirt. She has purple pants on, a turquoise headband, and matching turquoise shoes. That same Pollyville curly hair that I keep talking about in all these Pollyville videos. And it comes with Lulu. Lulu is wearing a light purple hat with a darker purple bluish overall, turquoise shirt, and white shoes. So the cool thing about this set is this slide. So we can open up the trapdoor, and instead of going down the ladder, they can just slide out the bottom. I think that's why they put this rug or cushion here so that they don't have a hard fall on the way out. I feel like they really thought of everything with this set, but that is a super fun idea. And of course, we all dreamt about having slides in our houses instead of stairs and that kind of thing. I grew up in an interesting neighborhood where there was a really huge range in income, mostly middle class, but I didn't realize until I was older that a lot of my friends were like super rich, and like their parents had really, really amazing jobs, surgeons, that kind of thing. And so I don't know how I didn't clue into this, but it didn't bother me at all as a kid, which was a good thing. But at the same time, I had a friend that actually had an indoor slide in her like playroom. And that was insane to me. Kids that had an N64 in their bedroom, like that was insane to me. And then later as an adult, I realized, yeah, I guess they were super rich. But it never really occurred to me as a kid. That was the way that their house was. So it was quite a what am I trying to say here? It was just a very innocent time, and I appreciate that. I really have to say I did have a wonderful childhood, and I'm very grateful for that. Tree swing over here. So the tree swing, I have not tried this before, but let's see if we can get a character into it. Maybe they go this way. What do we think? Feet there? This seems dangerous. Feet here, feet there. Well, maybe if Lizzie's here, she might be able to tell us. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with that as the official answer, just because it's hard to get them in the other way. So that is, it's working. That is very, very cute. Definitely Mariah Carey vibes there. So as always, you know, let me know in the comments what your favorite part is. I'm having a hard time with that myself on this. I love the swing. I do love the swing. The trapdoor is awesome. I think for me though, the fact that there's a TV here, because we all wanted that. We all wanted that in the 90s. We wanted a TV that was like our TV. And I think part of that was because we didn't have things like, you know, PVRs. Like we couldn't record TV unless we had like a VHS recorder, right? But most of our homes didn't have a bunch of TVs the way we do now. Like I have 3 TVs in my house, and there's only 4 of us here. So, you know, plus we have phones and computers and all that stuff. So if any of us want to watch something, we can pretty much just watch it. And for me, if I wanted to watch a cartoon in the afternoon, I kind of had to contend for the TV with my mom, who was watching something else. So it was the idea of having your own TV so that you could just watch whatever you wanted whenever was like really, really appealing to us. And of course now my kids just have stuff like Netflix, so they can do that, but they don't understand. And I'm starting to feel like the person that's like, when I was a kid, we used to walk 40 miles in the snow to school, but you know, we all have such drastic changes from generation to generation now because everything is changing so quickly. And yeah, I think this set just really reminds me of my childhood. And I think that's why I like this so much. So thank you again, Lizzie, for sending me this set. I'm so thrilled to have this in my collection now. And again, let me know in the comments what's your favorite part of this set. All right, how cute is this? Really, I have to say, like, full flashback to the Mariah Carey Daydream album and all of those wonderful music videos she gave us, but specifically the Always Be My Baby music video where she's on the tire swing. I was obsessed with Mariah Carey when I was in 3rd grade. I think I may have even mentioned this here before, but in 3rd grade, so this would have been 1996, I want to say, for Halloween, I dressed up, or at least for school, my mom let me dress up for this. I dressed up as Mariah Carey in the One Sweet Day music video. And if you're not familiar with that, One Sweet Day is the song she did with Boyz II Men, where the music video is just them in the recording studio. She's wearing a white crop top, some Adidas shoes, and some tiny little Daisy Duke denim shorts. I had like none of those things going on. I had probably ill-fitting denim shorts, a white t-shirt that was not a crop top, and I don't even know if my shoes were white, but I thought I was Mariah Carey. I felt like Mariah Carey. I wanted to be Mariah Carey, so I think I could probably pull it off a lot better now. But that being said, you know, I was living the dream. So probably not the best costume for an 8-year-old, but it wasn't very accurate. But that's what this reminds me of, all of those wonderful Mariah Carey times in my life. I had that album on cassette, which was a pain in the butt because if I liked a song, I would have to rewind it to listen to it again. I kind of wore that cassette out, to be honest. It was probably one of my most listened to cassettes in my childhood. I loved the Mariah Carey Daydream album. I also had a poster of her on my wall. So it was serious. Anyway, that's what this reminds me of. Thanks for listening to my talk about Mariah Carey and how much I love Mariah Carey. But let me know in the comments again, what's your favorite part of this set? Oh gosh. Well, thanks again, Lizzie. I love this. I think about you every time I see this. So thank you again so much for sending this to me, and I cherish it. It is going to be in my collection forever. If you're on social media, please come follow along on social media. You can look me up, just look up Pocket Vintage Toys. You'll find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's the best place to connect with me outside of YouTube if you want to chat with me about something. But also, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do hit the subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. It does not cost anything, but it helps the channel. It helps us grow. It helps us get into people's algorithms. So I do appreciate it if you can like the video, subscribe, leave a comment if you will. But that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.